Good morning, guten Morgen, buenos dias. This is your opening bell with me, Adam Harris. So, very interesting. Today, of course, is the first Friday of December. I can't believe we're already in December. And so today is non-farm payrolls. Okay, so 1:30 UK time, we'll be getting quite a bit of volatility. So most traders have usually exited their positions or updated their stop losses, protected their existing open trades as much as possible. I would expect major volatility around that time, usually, and then we'll see the trends will kick in about, the remaining trends for the rest of the day will kick in about 19 minutes after that. So we'll likely have a strong finish. However, I think because of what I've read, and this is anecdotally, we're likely to see a drop in jobs potentially, or at least a rise in unemployment. We know that there have been companies that have been laying off staff. That's a relatively new thing. In other words, that's not the kind of thing we normally hear. So I would expect those numbers to maybe be a bit of a surprise, even though inflation is coming down. There's a bit of a lag, and so I think there's an expectation for that. In terms of earnings, there's really only DocuSign, which is above $1 billion. I'm not really interested in anything that releases earnings that's below $1 billion in terms of market cap, and that's DocuSign. That's the only one. And then having a look at the markets. So that's all really in terms of major news. Then having a look at the markets, what I would say is very interesting, the dollar index is obviously going to new lows, starting to break and head towards 104. The euro subsequently is also breaking above and is already at 105, which is great. So that's looking very good. It's got the potential to go as high as 109, so we'll be seeing in the coming weeks if it is able to do that. Dollar yen is a big surprise as well. That's broken through that sort of trend line, bullish trend line, I beg your pardon, and has now got some potential to effectively at 135. So that looks really good. There's a couple of surprises here as well. The Dow's looking good. The indices are looking good. They had a bit of a funny day yesterday, but I think they're likely to finish strong for the week. NASDAQ as well looking good. The FTSE heading across to Europe had a bit of a down day yesterday, but it's already overextended. It is at a major level of 7,600. It is back up at its highs, all-time highs. So that's all very good. We've got the DAX, which is pretty much starting to push to test to new highs, which looks good. Then we've got gold. Gold is just taking off. That's fantastic. It's coming into a level of resistance at 1,800, but it is at 1,800, considering that only a couple of weeks ago it was sitting at 1,600. So I want to give some kind of kudos out there. Silver is taking off as well. Silver is doing really well. Crude oil has started to push up, but is not getting the same momentum yet. So both Brent and US crude oil, not UK and US crude oil, are not really that pushing higher, but they're not really closing as high as other things are. And a couple of surprises as well are the bunds, Euro bunds, a couple of bonds as well have started to move to the upside, and they haven't been doing that for a while. So that's really nice to see them heading up a little bit higher. Cryptos are creeping up a little bit, encountering some resistance. And the main surprise today for me is ARK Innovation. So ARK Innovation is now in an accumulation phase, which means it's preparing to attempt to change this trend to the upside. That's looking good. It's looking nice and bullish. Nvidia as a stock is doing incredibly well. I'm very happy to see that. That's climbing back up aggressively. And then unfortunately, PayPal and even Meta is pushing a little bit higher. PayPal is the only one that's struggling to change its fortune. And that's it from me. I want to wish you a great day. Please trade cautiously and sensibly around, especially around non-farm payroll, if that is your thing. Most traders will be avoiding that. There'll be increased volatility. But have a great day and have a great weekend as well.